Okay, first of all, it's very heartwarming to have you all here, as you've all helped us out sometime along the way, and that just means so much to us to have you here. And it's slightly scary, but amazing to just have you all sat here. I'm not going to reiterate what the vicar said earlier on, but so many people have travelled so far, as you know. And I think the majority of people are actually from the Midlands or Yorkshire way who've come here. So we just appreciate it, because every weekend that is what I did coming down here to travel, and I appreciate the distance you've travelled, and we appreciate the distance you've travelled coming far and even near. I mean, it's amazing that you're all here just to celebrate with us, really. I mean, a lot of you have spent a lot of money and effort to come here, and James, where's James? You were quite keen to remind me last night how much money you've spent on the actual wedding event. I know, you itemised it quite well, so I appreciate it. I hope you all enjoyed the ceremony as much as I did, because weddings, are you still okay? Yeah. Weddings is basically, I mean, you get caught up in all this, the whole wedding furore, but to me it was just basically I wanted to marry Meg. When I proposed 2 years ago in Valencia, that's all it was about. I mean, I just wanted to spend the rest of my life with Meg. That is all it was, really. And we never imagined any of this, but I just wanted to be our own little family, I guess, or big family, depending on how you look at it. There's two groups here which have joined. So yeah, that brings me to Megan, who looks absolutely amazing. And I didn't think I could fancy you any more than I did already after like early mornings, heavy nights or whatever. Looked amazing, and I don't know if you lot know how we met. Well, you all know how we met actually, but it was around 9 years ago when I first came down, and we never ever imagined, as I'm sure you're aware, that it would end up like this. It was a holiday romance that never fizzled out, I suppose. And we met 9 years ago, and I guess now is a good time to tell my event, my version of events before Ben soils it slightly later on. Basically, we're on a lads and girls holiday with Joe Bingham. Cheers, Joe. We went to Joe's parents' villa near Caledon with Natalie's family. Meg went with some friends. And after obviously exchanging a few pleasantries, as English people do so well, we were at a bar about the second or third night, and I looked across, and Meg was pointing. Whether the point was at me or a street performer or some passerby, I don't know, but as an 18-year-old boy, you can imagine if a girl's pointing in your direction, you're pretty happy. So later on, I obviously went up to her in a club, and I'm not going to go into details, but the rest is history, basically. We discussed things and planned our life together in the club. Everything's good now, but it wouldn't have worked out, obviously, without these guys. I mean, Kerry, first of all, I know a lot of you have had trouble coming down here from the Midlands, and that was my plan, to come here and go back in a day, which some of you it's taken 6 or 7 hours to get down here. And Kerry quite nicely accommodated me for the weekend, so that kind of just like cemented the foundations of our relationship, I guess, because otherwise, if you got to come and go back in a day, it would have been too much. So that to me was kind of the turning point when Kerry said, yeah, you're okay to stay the weekend, and me and Meg could just pick up where we started from the holiday. It was pretty much 9 years ago from now, because it was about a month after we met on holiday. But also Dad, for the first time, rearranged his workload so he could pick Megan up for the first time from Southampton. because we couldn't, well, I could just drive at that stage, and Megan couldn't drive at that stage, so we were quite babies. And Dad picked her up and drove her up north, and I wasn't too sure who I was more worried for, Megan spending that time in a confined space with Dad, Dad having to rearrange his workload. Just a massive thanks to everyone really, because you know how much effort it's been to get here and to just celebrate with us, and it's genuinely amazing to have you all here. It really is. I can't, just to see, even in the lineup, it's just so brilliant just to have everybody from both sides, like friends from Southampton, I was saying to some guys, friends from up north, just all together and just having a good time, just having a few drinks, and it's genuinely amazing. So special thanks to the uni guys, Emma, Bex, Kirsch, for putting up with us over the years, because it was a roller coaster of emotions, you know it was. Like Sunday we had tears, Friday there was jubilation because we got to see each other, and it was just back and forth the whole time. I feel like I should have been paying some kind of rent. So it's just amazing, and also thanks to the parents and grandparents for just helping out a little bit towards the wedding, you know, to feed the masses. So hopefully you lot can enjoy the barbecue. And I've just got to give a few gifts out now. I'm going to keep it quite short because I personally am starving. So, and I know there's a barbecue cooking, so I've got a few gifts to give out. So if we're the bridesmaids, are you close by? Yeah. The bridesmaids can come up, please.